of the two leaders in the GOP presidential race, Ben Carson and Donald Trump, are back on the campaign trail today, making the most of their performance at last night's debate.
So last night we had a debate. It was exciting. It was really nice, beautiful auditorium, 8 people on the stage, which is nice. You know, we had 10. We started off with 17, and one by one, they're disappearing. Disappearing. It's a beautiful thing to watch as they go out. Oh, I love it. Every day, another one goes out. Lots of problems.
I have clung to that through all kinds of adversity in my life. I cling to it now. You know, when so many in the media, want to bring me down because I represent something that they can't stand. But the fact of the matter is, in Romans chapter 8, it says, if God be for you, who can be against you? You don't have to worry.
Receptive crowd there at Liberty University. CBS News political analyst and Slate chief political correspondent Jamelle Bouie is here. We heard a lot from Ben Carson there on faith, and he was quoting scripture, which at Liberty University with this particular crowd played very well, as did, again, he's reiterating his complaints that the media are posing challenges to him. Doesn't that just come with front-runner status?
That's exactly right. If you're going to be leading the polls, if you're that far ahead, then you have to expect scrutiny from the press. And what's so striking about Carson at this stage is that he just is completely unaccustomed to this. That makes sense. He's had this long career as a motivational speaker, as a public speaker, as someone who is the focus of a lot of admiration. And this might be the first time that anyone is in a sustained way scrutinizing him. And I don't think he quite knows how to handle it until you see him say that it must be because he represents something people dislike, when really it's just sort of what comes with being a front runner in a presidential primary. So
there's probably a motivational speaker or a preacher out there who's going to sit him down and say, hey, look, you actually have to see all this scrutiny as a blessing.
Right. If there's nothing in his background, right, then the scrutiny reveals that and makes him a stronger candidate. And if there is something, then other Republicans might decide that they don't want him to represent their party. But it's just a part of the process for everyone. I wrote a story recently noting that then candidate Barack Obama saw 140 stories in his relationship with Jeremiah Wright, dozens and dozens of stories in his relationship with figures like Bill Ayers. It's just what happens. And this idea that it's somehow improper for anyone to criticize Carson's background or even delve into his background is very strange.
Jamelle, I don't know why, but I'm just hearing songs in my head right now. I just want to, on this one with Ben Carson, it's like we should be hearing ELO, Don't Bring Me Down. With Donald Trump, I was just hearing Queen, and another one bites the dust. It's like over and over again, oh, I just love it when they fall. Another one goes down. What about Marco Rubio and Rand Paul? It seems like they should have had a soundtrack for a big fight that they got into last night over who is truly conservative and how spending for military plays into it. Let me play it.
Here's what we have. Is it conservative to have $1 trillion in transfer payments, a new welfare program that's a refundable tax credit? Add that to Marco's plan for $1 trillion in new military spending, and you get something that looks to me not very conservative.
I know that Rand is a committed isolationist. I'm not. I believe the world is a stronger and a better place when the United States is the strongest military power in the world.
How much does the fight over who's most conservative play with very conservative voters who go into the primaries and caucuses to elect the nominee? Two, this issue of the national debt counterbalance against military spending, which is usually the favorite of Republicans, and especially those who have military manufacturing and military bases in their district.